你打的咁嘅分數。我哋打啦。
好常見一樣啦，其實係古代嘅白色，其實係代表一種佢真係唔好嘅，即係衰人啦，或者即係個陰統嘅嗰種人咯。比如話太監啦，就會用呢啲白色，即係超劇入邊你哋見到啦，差唔多呢個白色咧，嗰個其實就應該唔係好人。咁金黃色咧。金黃色就係好嘅啦，金黃色啦、銀色啦，呢啲就係代表個神啊、神仙啊，呢啲有白嘅、有綠嘅，就一般會用啲紅色同埋金色。好啦，呢個總結一下咧，頭先講過啦，紅色咧代表中意，黑色咧代表方正。啦，白色咧就會陰直陰濕咯，咁金色、藍色咧就會表嗰個即係神聖咁呢啲就係個代表人。
this is her book. She's working with 19 other individuals to put this together. Cool. More informational history of naval battle. You got the Bismarck in there? Bismarck. Famous German so this is more on the art side, art side. Yeah, and then some there's some machines that deals with the so yeah. Yeah, so the thing is to give you the so it goes up like more
self-published books is all you need to do is to share it with people.
Yeah.
Of the rest compared to the us the publisher. So Amazon distributor, printer, they also get their own cut, and then you, and then us lastly. Yeah, and the reason why it's you get higher when it comes to getting the book outside or outside Barnes and Noble, like from our bookstore online, is that we don't need to pay Amazon, right? But there's still the printer that would have to get that cut, and the good thing is that you get 37% off of that, and then whatever's remaining, well we get breadcrumbs. But yeah, so that's something you have to think about with your team, right? So I hope based on our conversation, you get more information and more insight sort of publishing. But we have your information here, so you talk to your teammates and all that. So the two different routes that you can go to: traditional publishing and then self-publishing.
Okay. Two more questions to follow up.
Yeah.
You talked about the digital version that we will send to you. Then how can you make sure that the copyright is protected in the process?
So do you have DRM on that file? Oh, it depends on what format. What format does your file have? The digital version. Is it written as EPUB or PDF?
So which version will you prefer?
We prefer the one that has the digital rights management, which is the EPUB,
Oh,
right? Because PDF, it's a little bit tricky to get
Essentially
PDF, right?
making
Because you cannot edit that.
read
So that way, it's
make
still
it
safe.
impossible to go back.
But the
Learning
EPUB
widgets is not
version
a
is
tough
also
decision, yet a serious one.
exclusive
Let anger
to
and hate
so
guide
it has
When
digital
consumed with
rights
emotion,
management.
logic is overwritten
Yep.
and we cannot think clearly.
that's good.
Many poor and even fatal decisions are made in the heat of the moment. Let your emotions run wild. Make sure to hurt the other person's feeling in the process. Turn a friend into an enemy. Act like you will never see the person again and establish a point of no return. Pro tip: make sure everyone can see the smoke. Does that relate?
That's you.
blow it out. No, it's really a clever.
Yeah.
It's very clever.
Thanks.
Very,
What's your
very
number?
41.
41. There's a story to that. Take the path of least resistance by pointing to your friend when you ask for a number. Nothing in this world is worth having. Nothing in this world worth having comes easily. Putting in the work and effort is the root of success. Rather than standing up for what you want and getting after it, you want to take the easy way out. Settle for less. Mediocrity is your friend. Look for ways to get by that don't require effort on your end. Choosing the path of least resistance ensures personal growth is impossible. Cutting corners and shortcuts shall be constant waypoints on your road to self-destruction. Pro tip: look for Ponzi schemes to get rich quick.
My goodness. I mean, it fits me to a T. Fits me to an absolute T.
Perfect. That's awesome.
Really, I love that. I love the.
We're selling it for 60 Hong Kong.
Can I buy it there?
Yeah, absolutely.
This your baby is short, so
Yeah, let me sign it for you. What's your name?
masterpiece of
Kim.
Library
Yes, I'm
Congress,
Kim.
copyright registration.
I'm gonna get it.
Yes.
Because it seems like a very general.
Yeah, sure. I'll give you my email.
Let me take a picture of
I mean, Sarah, so you can take a picture with me.
Actually, you can buy.
I already bought it from back home, so I read it from cover to cover.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I need to buy it. It's very. I really
Yeah.
It's not about from back home. Okay, so we'll see.
my phone.
Right. Alright. And who knows, we might have like develop something like in the future where like an ebook but more interactive, right?
Yeah.
So those are can be in the works. But for now, we'll stick to this format.
Yep.
It's quite a challenge, but we definitely, good thing for you is that we get you all your options so that we can weigh together. Because this is no simple decision that you can decide on your own.
Yep. So, anyway, thank you very much for all the information.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Big.
Flip up to chapter 50.
Thank you.
Sweet. Thank you, Kim. Oh.
I'm gonna buy real stories.
Yeah.
And give you plus this book. You can buy this book for $60. If you're going to buy real stories, I'm gonna give you 2 additional free for $100 for
Can you still choose an extra one? That'll be for you. Take your time. I'll get this.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna get this story for them. So I owe you 100. And
It's $60 for
Yeah.
this book, and then 160 to
Okay.
3 of us.
You want to get a copy as well?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. There we go. What's your name?
Siobhan, SIOBHAN. So Irish.
Wait, S
I
I O.
H B like boy.
You're gonna like Pamela Roberts, please.
That's a cool name.
It's really cool, isn't it? It's Irish. A Gaelic name.
Only my favorite Irish
Yeah.
name is Chuck. Old Irish name.
Actually, the author of that book is a family relative of Queen
Oh,
Elizabeth.
like Chuck those beers.
So, all of that, the story of that book is really
I'm
good.
meant to look for it,
Royal.
so I haven't seen it.
Oh, you're okay. Oh, you want to do there's a philanthropy book. It's just good.
But you're in the central plaza. So it's so like constant. So I'm just coming out. So and it's thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I was telling him and what was I telling him? The two Kims.
Which one?
That Janice and I are related on both sides of the
And don't forget, there's some assorted books there as well, where you can choose there.
and then her mom is a black so we have a very
I was told by your friend yesterday that
And here's your copy.
Virgin Island is like 30 minutes.
yeah, it really is. It's literally next door. And from some
$40 change.
I do.
$60.
I wait, so they got 2 books?
you should absolutely do it.
No, you need 80, right?
No. S60.
You'll show you.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, this is Janice though.
Yeah.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah.
All his stories and the artist of destruction.
Ah.
If you are
This is
if
quite
you are
fun.
into anti-heroes, this would be like the perfect.
I tell you, he read 41. I chose 41. I was like, okay, yep, that's it.
Everyone can relate to it.
I know, right?
You always have like
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Two books already.
yeah, you can look for more books there.
Give me one. How much extra? 2 more? Yeah, or one? I'll choose another one, but I'll take my time.
Oh, so you're both getting one each, and then so like you do 160.
160. Yeah.
160 total. Okay, well, I guess you guys have to change the.
Oh, because you
We-
didn't
we
pay
choo-
for yours.
Yeah. So
you
like
need
I guess
change.
you just get the change back.
You need change. No, he gave me the change already.
Yeah, he
Okay,
gave
okay.
her for the 60.
Okay, no problem. Can I help you break that? Let me see. I don't know if I'm helping you see. 40. I only have hundreds. Let's see.
No, I think you just get the.
give me the button and
Yeah.
What am I thinking? Yeah.
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 Wait, but then
And then I give you. So
and then
how-
I still get 60.
Yeah. So we still
Okay.
need to
I
break
thought
this.
you gave him 160 already.
No.
Yeah. So yours is. My 4
One is 60. Yeah. Okay.
So Kim, your self-destruction included in us?
No, I was just going to pay for this
Because
separate.
then it's
Yeah.
4 books.
Yeah. No,
So
you wanted to buy the 100.
So the $60, the total is 160.
yeah,
So $60 is for this.
yeah.
And then 3 books, including this,
Is
for the $100.
Okay.
Okay, 100.
So yeah,
And then
that's
the
why I gave
extra-
you.
yeah.
You gave me $200. So
Yeah.
I could return $40.
Okay, so then you're
Let me just pay for this separate. Let me just pay for this so you can make it.
Wait, but you already paid up. You gave it. You got $200.
I got the $100 and you got the 60.
Yeah. You have
Okay, so
$40 change.
and then there'll still be an extra
1,
book
2.
because then now
You have to
I have to get one.
Yeah, one more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we sorted
Thank
a
you.
little
I
bit
see.
of magic math.
Like too many cashiers. Too many cashiers at the same time. I know. We'll figure it all out.
I need to take a video of this and send to my partner because he has this book in his head for ages and I keep telling him to write it. And he wouldn't write it and I told him he should self-publish. So I need to send him a video and tell him, see?
Look what they did.
Exactly. Be inspired.
Yeah.
Where you guys from?
They're right here.
Virgin Island?
Literally from the hill.
That's cool. But you live in Hong Kong or just came here for the book fair?
So I'm in Hong Kong, literally next door, because our mission is next door.
Oh.
So I work with the Foreign Service of DBI.
Ah,
And Miss Kim is one of our shining star students in Macau.
nice.
We
That's
have a
cool.
scholarship program, and Miss Kim was in the very first group to come over. So she's
Nice. That's cool.
pioneering the way. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Studying
Psychology.
So-
Psycho. Oh, this is perfect for you. Oh,
That's
yeah.
why she was literally drawn to
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I have a minor in psychology. Yeah, like I'm a big nerd about it.
And then we did video for inspiration because all of these books are self-published. All here.
Hello.
This is one of the authors. All of these books are self-published. So you have no excuse. Yeah.
You're here.
Just for this book to see.
Hello. Yeah, you're interested in the art of self-destruction? All right, let me give you the pitch. Do you read any self-help, self-improvement books already? Okay. This is the complete opposite. So if you follow this book by every page, you literally destroy your life in no time. The art of self-destruction, the human guide to becoming the victim you never were. But we actually make you better because we're using reverse psychology. Our human brains, they cannot comprehend negative emotions or negative thoughts, right? When you ever read anything negative, especially about yourself, you immediately want to shut off. This is different because it's funny, so you cannot stop reading. So we have funny 50 articles of self-destruction, such as Uncarpet Diem, be a prisoner of your past, self-doubt, and always blame others. But the real magic happens when we give it up to the universe and we're gonna trust in destiny. So give me a number between 1 and 50, and I'm gonna read your destiny. 18s, all right. That's an interesting approach. The world owes you. Oh. You were born into this world, so it better takes care of you. No effort on your end shall be needed to achieve anything and everything you want. Hustle is a weakness. It is not up to you to take action, but rather sit back and wait for things to happen. Your financial situation, your health, and your love life are part of the environment you are in and shall better be amazing. Other people have it, and so should you. Get mad and blame society if you don't get what you want and know you deserve. Pro tip: privilege is nothing you were born with, but a state of mind. What's your number?
45.
45. I like it. Confusion over execution. Every journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. Don't take that step. Instead, overthink which move might be the right one. Even the biggest challenge can be accomplished by breaking it down into small, achievable tasks. However, your goal is to stay in the confused zone. Try eating the whole elephant in one bite and be overwhelmed with the big picture. Wonder about all the things that need to be done and remain stuck without execution. Instead of structuring the project into bite-sized manageable pieces, add more complexity and unrealistic deadlines you could never achieve. Set yourself and everyone else up for failure. If you, however, randomly identify actionable steps you can take, don't do it and avoid making any progress. If you find yourself procrastinating due to the sheer size of difficulty of the project, awesome. Pro tip: find the where do I even start line and stay there. You guys like it? Does it relate? Did your number relate?
That was, yeah, that's pretty personal. You know.
Pretty spot on.
Working on a big project right now, and I've been, procrastinating on it because there's too many pieces.
Too many pieces. Yeah, like they don't even start.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Yeah. So we have the chapter, like they're all kind of like fun little things. I want to say like we're all a little bit guilty of them at any given moment. I wrote it when I kind of like was with a similar struggle, like everything is overwhelming, kind of this, right? And like I read those self-help books, and they were like, yeah, this is the best life, but how the hell do I get there, right? So like using reverse psychology really to get your little friendly kick in the butt to get you out of your rut. So we're selling the book for 60 Hong Kong here. I'll sign it for you. Or we have a special deal. For 100, you get this book and then 2 other books of your choosing.
In this whole,
Yeah, in this whole, no. Like all the books there where there are multiple copies of. Most of them, yeah. Yeah, all independent with the help of ReadersMagnet.
Magnet the reader from the author to the author.
Yeah, so for me, it's like I'm self-published this in May, and ReadersMagnet gives me a platform, you know, like to bring it to the shows, helps with like all the heavy lifting, the marketing material, all of that kind of work. Yeah, it's like it doesn't help if you have. Yeah, that's Instagram. Yes, exactly.
Create a trailer out of it. Put some illustrations.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll walk around a little bit and then.
I'm gonna come back. Yeah, we still have a few copies left. So.
Are you gonna be around for how long are you around for?
Till 10 p.m. when it closed today. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I might not be here, so like better come back quickly for like the signature. But if not, these folks can help you out.
Yeah, I'll be here until Monday.
Okay.
In the end of the book.
I see.
Yeah. You guys live in Hong Kong?
No, we live in Canada.
In Canada,
Yeah,
right on.
so we literally just came today.
You arrived today?
Yeah, we arrived at like 5 a.m. this morning.
No way, you must be super jet lagged. And the first thing you just go to.
Let's go. Yeah. So my mom's here too. Yeah, so they're
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a perfect gift, man.
Yeah.
Like, literally. This is what I really want to do with it, right? So this is like the first version of like publish it, and also you see the original versions. Oh, actually, it's covered underneath there. But we printed like special books for the Hong Kong fair, so we have some, you know, like we can give out because we did the fair in Seoul, Korea, and everyone wanted to buy it. It's like, well, it's on Amazon, print on demand in the US, you know, in the Canada actually. But there's like, yeah, I want to have it. It's like, okay, we need to get copies, right? So yeah, I just like printed a few copies to have them here.
So you're based in the US?
I'm in San Diego, yeah.
Okay.
Right now, I'm kind of like on a world tour, kind of like doing a little bit the nomad lifestyle, like hopping from country. I was in the Philippines, I was in Korea, China last week, Hong Kong, and then
What's next?
I'm still trying to think where to go. Like I'm kind of in between Bali, Vietnam, and Thailand right now. Yeah.
Yeah, to follow what's the
Yeah, give it up to the universe, like literally. Yeah. Yeah, don't worry about that. It's more like I come from like I feel I have to have a calling for a place, right? So like I'm never like, oh, I need to go there. There's like a nice little temple like I want to achieve. Like the only thing like I really wanted to achieve was to see the Great Wall in China. So I went to Beijing, although it was like super out of my route. But like usually it's like okay, where's the calling? I gotta go. Right? So like right now I'm trying to like look for the signs of the universe. Like something is pointing me towards Thailand right now, but I'm not quite sure if it's the right decision. Like I don't know. Also it's monsoon season right now everywhere. There's like well, we'll be around. Come back. Yeah, enjoy the show and get some coffee for the jet lag. There's a Tim Hortons I saw earlier somewhere. Yeah. I'm not sure it was in the. No, it's not in the convention center, but it was around.
I guess it would be fun.
Enjoy. Yeah.
How's your sleep?
I slept like a baby, man. It was great. It was great. No, it was. I took Dickie to dinner, and then I was like a couple of drinks afterwards, and then I was back at the hotel at like 9:15. It's like, oh, should I go back to the show? It's like, you know what? Like there's another 6 days. Like there's no need to like over rush it. Like get back, get to sleep. I woke up this morning at 7. Like did my like I really followed your advice. Like what you said. Like you have to get a good sleep. Otherwise it's not working.
Look at you. Two stuff.
Insane. Yeah. Like I just walk in.
You just walked in.
Yeah.
You gotta get sleep.
Yeah. Good coffee, good sleep, good energy, good attitude. Got my workout in this morning. I mean, the quick hotel workout. Like what you can do there. Like do some push-ups and sit-ups like this. Hi, good morning.
Looking for children's books? Yeah, come here. At least you had a good sleep.
Yeah. How about you guys? How was it? Like, did you stay till like 10 here? Yeah. How was it at night? Did it get busy or was it just like?
When it started around 8.
So all you have to do is you can pass on the microphone.
To visit. You guys are so supportive. This is the first time that I've heard about, are we on? So this is day 2 of Readers Magnet booth 1CC37 live here at the Hong Kong Convention Exhibition Center. Together with me is Kimberly. Say, Say hi to our audience right now, Kimberly. And then Siobhan.
Hello, world.
Kimberly and Siobhan are friends of Janice, the author of Little Hill Stories. For sure, she did not know this is happening. So, this is like a gift to Janice, who is in the United States right now watching us live. So, I'm going to be just doing a quick talk with Siobhan and Kimberly about the book and their experience here in Hong Kong because it's really good to see familiar faces. You know, everybody in the U.S. probably have been thinking about that it's quite far and they don't talk Cantonese. But Siobhan, what do you know about Hong Kong and how does it feel like to be here?
Hong Kong is actually a pleasant surprise because it's a very international city. You really don't need to speak one word of Cantonese, and I don't know any Cantonese.
I know.
I probably know one, like you know, one word, but you can really get around. It's very international. The food, the excitement, the events. I mean, Hong Kong has a bit of everything, so it's been really pleasant being here for the past year. Been here for a year.
For a year now.
Yeah.
It's been an amazing experience with you.
Yeah.
So, what brought you to Hong Kong?
So I work for the government of the British Virgin Islands, of course, where Janice is from. And I came over to work in a Hong Kong, British Virgin Islands Hong Kong office. So prior to that, I was serving in London for about a decade. And so this new opportunity came up. So that brought me over to Hong Kong.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So, it's been an amazing year for you, Siobhan, here in Hong Kong after working in London for 10 years.
Absolutely. Very different.
It's very different.
Yeah.
I was in London 2 months ago. Was it 2 months ago? I was in March. I was attending the London Book Fair
Okay.
and a very, overcast, rainy London in March.
As always.
As always. Now, Kimberly, what brings you here in Hong Kong?
So I'm here visiting, actually in Macau, which is an hour away, very close. I'm studying psychology right now. Um, from a scholarship, I got a scholarship from the British Virgin Islands, so I'm here studying psychology. That's why I'm here.
I was actually under the impression that you guys work together in the Hong Kong office where you're working with.
Actually, we're from the same country, so that's why we have this kind of connection, and that's why we're here for the book because we're so excited about our country being displayed. It's so small, and yet still we're here in this big, book fair. So that's why we have this kind of connection because we're from the same place.
Exactly. You know, that's something that we were talking about just before we went live. Let's talk about the word connect, because it's not strange, but it's not usual that I see friends, but not necessarily like really close friends of an author supporting each other. So is that cultural? What is it? Like Janice for sure is in the US right now. She just told us that some friends of hers are coming by. And then two of your friends were here yesterday and I was talking to them. I had a good time talking to, I forgot her name. It's quite tricky.
And Shaquille.
And Shaquille. And they were talking about, they told me they haven't really met them in person, but the moment they knew that Janice really needs support from fellows from the British Virgin Islands, you guys came over without hesitation. Tell us more about it, Siobhan.
I think it's really the spirit of the BVI. We have a tradition of being a really tight knit community, and we really don't have a choice because everyone is connected. A lot of us are related, as I was saying. I'm related to Janice on both sides. My mom is a George, which is on her dad's side, and her mom is a Flax, which I am. So it's that type of connection. So the BVI is like one big family. So wherever we are in the world, if any BVI lander is involved,
They're gonna be there.
everyone comes out. It's really that type of country, which is very special.
It is.
Yeah.
It is very special. We don't usually see that in the Western countries anymore. Although we feel that in Asia, but I just can't believe like miles and miles away from where you guys are from, still you're there to support. It's an amazing, amazing experience, and it probably pushed me to have this moment with you because I want the world to know that that it exists, and it's very amazing experience. It's an amazing experience to actually have support coming from people not necessarily connected by blood, but by the idea that what she is from where we are from, so it pays to support that person. Exactly. Now you were talking about the book Little Hill Stories. At first glance, I thought this was like a fiction, story that probably Janice just thought about and came up with a book. You said this place truly exists. Now tell me more about it, Siobhan, like Little Hill Story.
It's an actual place. It's where my mom's side of the family is from. So I'm like pretty much a descendant of the Little Hill family.
Are you
George
too?
is.
No, I'm from another island.
Another island. Okay.
So I was saying earlier, we never say Little Hill in North Sound Virgin Gorda. We say Lil Hill, Lil Hill. That's it. You take the T's out. But it's an actual place, and it's one of those special places in the BVI where BVI culture is still very rich, and you can see it and you can feel it, and the food and the coming together, and you know, North Song is a special place, and when you go there, you feel it. My grandmother's still there; she's 101, which
Oh my
would be
God.
Janice's. I don't want to get it wrong, but she's Janice's dad's aunt, so she's still there, and she can attest to all of these
That this
stories
exists.
because she's lived it for centuries. So North Song is special, very very special, and it's a real place. So I'm glad that Janice captured it
Exactly.
in the book. Really, really.
It seems like no one else has captured all these stories from Little Hill, like you said, right?
No, not at all. Not to
Um,
my knowledge. Yeah.
Kimberly's from a different island, but do you have the same Little Hill in the island that you're from?
No, we don't have a little hill, but of course the Virgin Islands is full of hills. High, mountainous. It's a mountainous region. So we have different places that we call hills, but not that particular name. This is very special to that island.
Exactly.
That is very special to them.
Little Hill Stories, now it tells me that this is like an anthology of different stories, right? That Janice managed to capture and put that in the book. But there has to be commonalities in the story. Maybe if Shimon can mention three things that could give all our audience right now who's watching an idea what the book is about, what they can get from Little Hill Stories.
Sure. So I think it's a really special. Well, obviously capturing Virgin Islands culture, Virgin Islands spirit. And as you said, the word connect before. It's really connecting the dots, different stories, different family members, and seeing the bigger picture of what it means to be family. So I think that generally connect family, and I would say love. I think it's all down to love and really having to love the history of your family to capture it in a whole book, which Janice did, and now we can pass it on from one generation to the next. So those are the three things to me: connect, family, and love.
Exactly. Kimberly is talking about that she's studying psychology here. And how does it feel like to be studying that subject matter? And what do you think you can? What are you planning to do in the next coming future? You're very young. Kimberly's very young, so why take up psychology?
It's a privilege to be able to come here and study psychology. I want to go back to my country, furthering, and be able to serve the community. I think that is something that psychology is something that people run away from. They don't really want to talk about, how they feel or what they think or why people do certain things. But I think it's something that we all should look into, and that's why I did it. I feel as though it's something that's needed in psychology.
Can I tell you that Kimberly is being modest?
Why?
Because this is a scholarship program, and
Oh.
she's one of the pioneers. She's the first Viva Lander at her university,
Oh my god!
and she was the first court to come over to Asia from the scholarship program. So she's being very modest.
She is.
She's a special,
Oh my
special
God.
student. So yeah, we're
Well,
proud
it's
of you.
good to know. And it's actually the fourth word that I probably would add. You mentioned about connect, family, and
And love.
and love is community. Even now that I was asking you, you were thinking about even bringing whatever knowledge you have, whatever skills you have acquired here in Hong Kong, and bringing that with you in the community you're from. So you're still thinking about them. There really is that kind of culture, uh, probably a blood connection to everybody, even if you're not direct relatives. But if you're from that place, you're from British Virgin Islands, then there is really that interrelatedness and interconnectedness. And it is quite amazing experience as well to know that your age was thinking about your community, because whether we like it or not, There's mental health problems that's going on right now, and definitely Kimberly is going to be there to help us weed out whatever confusion the world is experiencing. There's I'm just giving you a job.
No pressure.
No, no pressure. I'm
Solve all the
just
world's
giving you a job to save the world. Now, finally, Siobhan and Kimberly, what is your message to our viewers right now in the world watching? Especially half of the viewers watching us right now are aspiring authors. In one way or another, there is what you call like they have an idea, but maybe because of the generational gap, sometimes even having to think about putting, grabbing a pen and putting the words into a book and creating a book might be a problem right now because of the advent of technology. You can just easily write whatever your thoughts have on Facebook and Twitter compared to, I have an idea and I just have to write a book about it. Um, how could you convince them to still continue writing stories?
I think for me, I would say to the aspiring authors, that's your gift to the world. If you have a story in your heart and in your head, I think that it means that it needs to be told. There's someone that can be inspired by it. And once you get that little hunch, you should definitely follow it. Just start with one page. We shouldn't lose the art of the written word to technology. And so I think it's very special when authors are able to capture that and maintain that history of having physical books in hand because it makes a huge difference. Give your gift to the world. We need
Exactly.
it.
And Readers Magnet is going to be here to share your stories with the world.
Yes.
That's really our tagline. We may not be the ones to really create those stories, but we'd like to be the channel to share those stories with the world. And that's why we're from San Diego now. We were in Seoul, Korea 2 weeks ago, and now we're in Hong Kong. A few months later, we're going to be flying back to Chicago. We're going to Frankfurt, Germany, and then we're going to Guadalajara, Mexico. So there's a lot of plans happening in the next months coming. How about you, Kimberly? What can you share to our audience?
What I would say, writing on Twitter or writing on Facebook or whatever social media, you have a certain amount of characters that you can write. And sometimes I skip over too long messages. Sometimes it's too long, I
That's
don't read
true.
it. But if it's a book, people sit, people pay attention, people want to know what exactly is happening, what you're explaining. You get more chances to explain, to describe what you're feeling or what you want to say. So writing a book makes you be able to connect to someone quicker, easier, better. Yeah. So that's why I would say why you should write stories.
Oh, thank you. You guys should still continue writing your stories, especially the younger generation should still continue writing stories. Okay, there will be like us, Readers Magnet is going to be here to continue being serving as a channel, so that we can promote your books wherever in the world because that's what we do, right? That's what we do. And just like Siobhan and Kimberly, there is always that support that you guys need, and we are going to be that support. So thank you so much for being here today.
And thank you, Readers Magnet,
Oh,
for
you're welcome.
featuring Janice and
Yes.
BVI and having us here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We'll be back after a quick commercial break so that we can talk more about our visiting authors. I can see Dr. Olusula Israel Fadera. It just came over today, and Malte. We really come from different countries. So it's going to be an amazing day here at Hong Kong Book Fair 2024, day 2. Thank you so much, Siobhan and Kimberly, and we'll see you later.
Thank you.
I've been writing
Mhm.
for a long time. You know,
Okay, I think we are live right now, and together with me is a visiting author from the United States of America, here at 1CC37 Readers Magnet booth. Help me welcome Dr. Olusula Israel Fadari. How are you doing today, Dr. Olusula?
okay, thank you so much
So you
for
mentioned
having
that
me.
you just flew in, right?
Yeah,
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Hmm. And how is Hong Kong so far?
So far, I like it. You know, I'm seeing. You know, I'm used to New York, so and I'm seeing something like New York. You know, tall buildings and water, and just
But
like
much
the landscape.
warmer.
I like it. I'm telling you, I like it.
Perfect. So
Yeah.
you arrived here since Tuesday.
Yeah.
So before we dive in and talk about your book, since Tuesday, where did you go? You talked about Chim Sat Sui, right? You're
Yes.
staying in Chim Sat Sui, and how
Yes.
is it so far?
I went to the Museum of Art, and then just by there is a museum of space museum, right?
Space
Yeah.
Museum. It's like a science museum.
Science museum, but you know, it's actually space. I mean, it's wonderful. I've never been to a place like that before.
Hmm.
You know, I mean, everything just like come alive. You know, the solar system, you know, and all
Exactly.
those things.
You know what? I haven't been there. I should go there. So is that in Chim Sat Sui?
Yeah, it
It
is.
is.
And it's free. It is
I
free.
think that's the key word right there.
It is free.
It's free admission, so
Yeah,
anybody can just visit
I'm telling you.
the
We
space
need to know
museum.
more about our world. Yeah,
Exactly. So are you here in Hong Kong alone, or with a friend or family?
yeah. I'm here alone.
Mhm.
You know. Yeah.
And Dr. Ulusula is the author of Salvation. And Dr. Ulusula, how long are you staying in Hong Kong Book Fair?
I'll be here until next week,
Tuesday.
Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Until Wednesday. Okay.
Mhm.
So you are going to be here every day since starting today.
At least I'll be here until Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
You
That would
know.
be perfect.
Yeah, and Sunday will be open also.
Yes, we're open on Sunday. That's a weekend. Definitely, there's going to be a lot of people.
Mm.
You can visit from 10 in the morning, and we're going to be here until 10 in the
Okay.
evening. The perfect time would be, like, of course, the opening time,
Mhm.
and then late afternoon. That would be, like, to me, based on my experience,
Yeah.
because there's influx of fairgoers also in the afternoon. Those ones that come from work, from school,
Mhm.
they drop by and visit Hong Kong Book Fair. So that's how amazing the
Okay.
event is. Now, Dr. Ulusala,
I hear that this is the largest book fair in Asia.
it is.
Oh.
It truly is. So this is only Hall 1,
Mm.
and it already is a huge hall. There's Hall 3, I believe that's the Children's Paradise.
Okay.
There's Hall 5, which
Mhm.
is my favorite. It's the World of Snacks. There's a
Mm.
lot of food there.
Oh. Wow.
There's a lot of food on the Hall 5. So pretty much the entire convention and exhibition center is for this event, for the Hong Kong Book Fair 2024. There's a lot to see. There's so much to do
Mhm.
in the center for the next coming days until Tuesday.
Okay.
All right. So, Dr. Olusala, you mentioned here that you are a founder and general overseer of Living God Miracle Ministry. Tell us more about it.
Yeah. You want to know something about
Yes,
that?
of course. I think definitely the world who's watching us right now would
Okay.
like to
Yeah.
know Living God Miracle Ministry.
Actually, you know, this ministry started in 2005 in August, as we heard from the Lord, and He said, "Go and study." But before that, I've been a worker in about three churches. You know, yeah, you know, like working church. I mean, um, like usher,
Mm.
you know, head usher, teacher, and you know, members of like committees, like marriage committees and
Mm.
things like that. So I've had a lot of training. You know, I would say in all these strong churches like that. So I'm coming out from with a wealth of experience and knowledge. You know, deep knowledge, and the Lord was prompting me to write this. And actually, in 2005, you know, I didn't, I didn't think, well, I'm going to write anything because they were saying, oh, you know, you're a good teacher, you have a lot to give to the people, write something.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, I see people saying that, and I say, why am I going to write? I mean, that people have not reading. So I wasn't ready, but the Lord was prompting me like like about 3 years ago, and I think I had time at that time to be able to sit down and put things down, think, from inspiration,
Exactly.
and a lot of insight, you know, and I just started to write. So I would say
So
the
are you
Holy
telling
Spirit.
me, Dr. Olusola, that salvation, your passport to heaven, this is a compilation of your personal experiences?
And when I say experience, is experience in Christian, ministry, because I was like, salvation was like, you know, the centerpiece for me, and that is Jesus Christ. So when I was a worker, I used to minister to people outside of the church and preach, in the trains, like in New York, going to work, right? On my way to work or coming back, I would stand up, take my Bible preaching, year after year. So, so I was used to that salvation. So if I see you, I want to lead you to Christ. And then maybe that is why the Lord prompted me to write this book. And also, I'm a literary writer, right?
It says here you're a creative writer.
Okay. So, and I thought, I'm going to put out these books on, you know, like on different genres, like poems,
Mm-hmm.
like short stories, fiction, play. So all of these things are in me, but God first. So that's why I took time to write this. And the second one is actually like an essay. It's like a collection of essays that I've been writing as a columnist of one newspaper in New York. So I just put them together, you know, just just something that is relevant, to Christianity. So that's what I wrote about mainly, you know, in that book. So, so then starting to write this, I just said, well, I don't need to write too much voluminous book. I just want something that somebody can grab and read, and even before they finish, that they can get saved. Because the importance of everything is salvation. And as the title says, your passport to heaven. That is, the Lord said, without salvation, without knowing Jesus, right, it's going to be hard to go to heaven. You can't save yourself. You cannot do anything by work or by effort or by being good. You know, like people are nice, we have people with good characters, nice people. But the Bible is pointing out to us that it is not by that you get saved. It is by the grace of God and by the death on the cross that it did. That all we have to do is just to accept it and believe it in our heart. So nothing is lost, you know, nothing is missed. So why not do it? Oh, you know. So because we can see that in Jesus Christ's ministry and in his teaching, especially rebuking the Pharisees. And he said, hey, it's not by your knowledge of the scriptures. It's not by your thinking, your familiarity with God or anything like that. It is by righteousness. And that righteousness is not of you. It should be of God. So if I carry my own righteousness in anything, I mean, it will fail. Yeah, it will be faulty. But if it is the righteousness of Christ through faith in Him, then it is like He is heaping it on you. That is imparted and imported unto you. So now you are carrying something and it's not yours. It's the righteousness of Christ. But because it's like a piece of, cloth that you have and it's yours, you wear it, it is yours, it's fitting. So also is righteousness. So God will deem you righteous because of the righteousness of Christ that has been imparted unto you. So that's why it is so easy to be saved. But yet, it is like impossible for people if they don't know that they will have to really believe in Jesus Christ. They will really have to accept Him. And you know what? Those who will go to the other side, which is hell, and it's in the Bible too. I don't like to be talking about it, but I got to talk about it.
Yeah.
So those who will be going there, right, by choice, they will be going there not because they have sinned, they are bad, they are criminals. It's just because they have not accepted that Jesus. That is just it. Because if you go into the book of John, he said he came into the world, and the world knew him not. They didn't know it was the Savior. And then he came unto his own, and his own received him not. So that word means receive him not means they rejected him. They didn't take him as the Savior. So because of that, the Bible continues. He said, but as many as receive him and accept him, to them he has given the right, the power to become children of God. And we can say, I'm a child of God. I believe in God, I serve God, I will be going to heaven.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, Dr. Ursula, there's hundreds of viewers right now who's watching in our social media, all parts of the world. This would be the perfect time for you to invite them to grab a copy of Salvation.
Okay, yes. I would gladly want to do that. And I would say the, the title of it is Salvation, Your Passport to Heaven. So, just like the title says, passport is what you need to enter a country. And if you are going within the country that you are, I mean, you don't need a passport. But if you go into another country, another territory, you surely need a passport. So they would ask for that passport about 2 points before you get into on the plane. So this is like that passport, salvation. And the Bible is so expressive about it. And he said, a man, every man has to be saved. That is, no one can come unto God but by Jesus Christ. All men are supposed to be saved like that. Well, what about if they don't? Maybe they have rejected. Maybe they also fit into that John chapter 1 that says, he came unto his own, and his own rejected him. So many people have rejected him now. But as many as will receive him and accept and say, Jesus Christ, I believe that you are the Son of God, came from heaven to die for my sins and the sins of the world. Then the next thing is, I'm sorry for that my sin. Forgive me. Forgive me. And after that, right there, just say, come to my life, come to my spirit. Let your spirit come to me, and I surrender to you. Once you say that, you really mean it, but as many as believe, you really mean it. That point is salvation. And you know what happens at that time? You don't feel nothing unusual. I mean, it's not in on your forehead that, oh, now I'm saved. No, it is some spiritual experience has happened, some miracle has happened, and at that point, your name is written in the book of life, which the Bible says. At that point, and it says, wow, it mentions the name, it's written. If you are John, it says John, the son of Jackson. They will write it there. It's written in heaven. And if you say, how do you know? How do you know? I would say, well, the Bible says that. The Bible says that. You don't have to have the kind of experience that I have before you believe. After I believe, I've been taken to heaven in my body. In the body, I've been taken to heaven 5 times. And I can include that with my experience and say the Bible is true. So that's why I'm appealing to people, with passion that you don't lose anything. Come to Jesus Christ and renounce, all other things that you are carrying, because everybody born into this world has a form of God. They may not know it, but the Lord has created us that we are spiritual beings. And being spiritual being, we have to worship something. So at the time that I didn't have God, I was worshiping something. I didn't know I was worshiping something. So if you ask me, what is it that I was worshiping? Well, what I loved with passion was reading. I like to read. Give me anything, newspapers, give me anything. Just don't give me the Bible. Because at that time, I didn't believe. You know, I didn't believe. Give me novels and plays and newspapers and magazines. I'm going to devour them. That was like my God. You know, that's what my God. And I thought, I don't need God. Probably there's not even God. But when I heard the preaching of the Word of God, I was convinced that these people that are preaching, this man that is preaching to me, he has read what I've not read, which is the Bible. And he's not stupid, you know, just to accept something that he really think is not valid. So he must have done his research. He must have had some experience. And I listened. One day, I believe.
Perfect. Now, Dr. Olusula, where is your book Salvation available so that our viewers can grab a copy of this?
Well, it is available on Amazon bookstore and Barnes& and Noble bookstore and Reader's Magnet bookstore. So they
It's
are
everywhere.
available.
So definitely can grab a copy of Salvation, your passport to heaven. Dr. Olusula is going to be here for the whole day, I believe.
Yeah.
And we'll be here on Friday, Saturday, and weekend, and until next week. And if you have questions for Dr. Olusula, please leave it in the comment section so that we can inform Dr. Olusula and have him respond to them real quick. Again, we are available in our social media: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, on YouTube, and even our LinkedIn profile. You definitely can share this video so that everybody who's watching and those who are not watching will have a chance to see our stories. Again,
Okay.
thank you so much, Dr. Ursula,
Thank
for
you, and
being
thank you
here.
for listening, everyone.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
And again, Reader's Man is going to be here for the whole day, but in the next few minutes, we'll have more time. I'll give you some time to see the happenings here in our booth, while Dr. Ursula is going to be, discussing more about his inspiration in writing Salvation to the fairgoers here at Hong Kong Book Fair. So stay tuned, and I'll be back after this commercial break. All right, and we are back here at Readers Magnet booth 1CC37 in Hong Kong Convention and Exhibition Center for the Hong Kong Book Fair 2024. To those who have been tuning in since the beginning of the morning session for day two, thank you so much. And I'll be doing some shout outs later on for the books of some of the authors who have participated in our efforts to have our sessions here at the Hong Kong Book Fair 2024. Now, before that, at this juncture, I will be doing a very quick talk with a good friend who happens to be a manager of Alscope Global Research, and I want to pick on his brains on what he thinks about Hong Kong Book Fair and how is this going to play a pivotal role to the economic, stability in the publishing industry. So, without further ado, I welcome Jake from Alscope Global Research. How are you doing, sir?
I'm fantastic. So good to be here.
Perfect. Now, Jake, you are a representative of Alscope Global Research.
Yes,
What
I
is
am.
that? Tell us more about your organization.
Well, we're an independent scouting company that bridges the gap between publishers and authors. Just like Readers Magnet shares the stories to the world, we bridge the authors to the publishers.
Oh, that's perfect. Now, it's very important for them, for our viewers right now, definitely who are authors in the United States. A portion of our viewers are prospects. What made you, how can you convince them to take part of this momentous affair?
Momentous affair in a sense that Hong Kong Book Fair is definitely different from the rest. Why? If you can take a look around, it's not just your typical genre, right? So we have your fiction, non-fiction, and then you got your children's books. Those are usually the top three, right? Hong Kong Book Fair is kind of like a game changer because it allows not only the authors of the genres that I mentioned previously, but we can also tap other authors that have been making educational books like topics such as physics, science, biology, even those that are interactive books like coloring books, writing books, workbooks for that matter. So this is a great opportunity for those types of authors that usually gets left behind in terms of the marketing process. So what I'm trying to say is that this is not only open to the usual authors with the more popular genres that I mentioned, but it can cover the rest
Exactly.
of the books
You
too.
were talking about popular genres. Now, on top of your head, what do you think are the popular genres, especially in the Asian market?
Well, statistically, most would go for literature and fiction. That's usually number one on the list. And then second would be religion and spirituality. Asia is kind of like uh, where most of the religion
Hmm.
were made, right? And then third would be memoirs.
That's
They're more into the memoirs looking at the lives of successful individuals that wrote the book. Yeah, those are the top three.
exactly. Now, I could see that you were also communicating to some business representatives from different organizations. And how do you find Hong Kong Book Fair? Is it a good economic, strategic event? If you were here to market your work.
Absolutely, yeah, because Hong Kong, I think, is the gateway to the Western world. It gives us a glimpse of how Eastern and Western culture would mix, right? So since China is one of the biggest, I mean the biggest country in the Eastern Hemisphere alone, so that tells us something that being able to collaborate with these businesses that are already established in this industry, um, how will they fare when it comes to like expanding towards the other hemisphere, right? So you can only conquer one hemisphere at once. Like for example, if they're already famous in China, Some of them don't know what to do. Most of the conversations I had with these companies that they need Western representation, and I think this is where Readers Magnet can come in. We can be their strategic foothold in the Western Hemisphere.
Exactly, I totally agree with you. I mean, besides us bringing and representing our authors from the United States to Hong Kong, we also play a good role because I can feel and notice that there are really good writers here in Hong Kong and really in the Asian market,
Right.
but don't know what to do and how to step foot in the Western hemisphere. So
Right.
I believe you were able to get a chance to speak to. I believe she
Two.
said she already is a popular Chinese author, but she cannot. She doesn't know how to bring her book and story to the United States.
Yep, that's just one scenario. So it was yesterday. I spoke to a very lovely lady. Uh, Forgot her name, but
It's a Chinese name, definitely.
she did show me a piece of her work. The cover looks really great. And then she was with her husband, who's a very supportive husband. Their challenge is that they're already well known in China, right? So they want to expand. So they don't know how, right? So of course, yeah, you have to tell them the basics when it comes to publishing. Because they have two routes: they either go self-publishing or they go traditional publishing. So and then they don't know these things, right? So I think just giving them information about that it already means that there's a value in us being in here to be that bridge and just like it's how we bridge Chinese literature to the Western world. So that's basically it. So told them the ins and outs, considering that we've been in this industry for quite some time already, and
Exactly.
they find the information very valuable.
It's good to know. I know for sure. I hope you guys who are watching us right now would understand that Hong Kong Book Fair truly is a good market for your book to be here. Although there might be like the usual like language barrier because yours is English and theirs is Cantonese, but again, it's multicultural, multi-economic, actually, and multinational people here in Hong Kong, and I don't see any reason why one should not market in Hong Kong through Hong Kong Book Fair
True.
and through Readers Magnet, right?
True.
So thank you so much, Jake from Outscope Global
It's
Research.
been a pleasure, Dodge.
Thank you so much. Of course it is. Likewise. So I hope you guys are going to be here. At this juncture, I will be doing my shout out to the rest of the books.
Let me take my exit.
Yes, thank you so much, Jake from Allscope Global Research. So I'll be doing a book shout out for the rest of the books. Okay, so I'll start off with the first one. This is our concluding part of our morning session here, and day two of Hong Kong Book Fair. So I hope the team is ready. I know that definitely they're going to be flashing a book on my left, right? So I'll do a shout out to our amazing. I believe she was with us on the first day, and the opening day yesterday. The author Julie Simmons, the author of That's How You Know. I hope the team can confirm with me if the book is, being flashed on screen right now. So That's How You Know by Julie Simmons. Thank you so much for your supporting. If Julie is around and watching us right now, you can definitely leave a comment on the comment section below. Links on where we can purchase your book. It's available in Amazon, Barnes & Noble, if not on the website of Julie Simmons. Thank you so much, Julie. Now, this time, a shout out to If You Can't Walk, Try Flying by Marinella Drop. Ta-da! I hope you can see the book right here. And this is a hologram. So if you can't walk, try flying. This book is available in Amazon, Barnes and Noble, and on the website of Marinella Drop. Thank you so much. You deserve that shout out. Our third shout out goes to Jay Jarvis. Jay Jarvis is the author of Finding Lost Mountain. Finding Lost Mountain is available in Amazon, Barnes& and Noble, and the website of Jay Jarvis. Jay Jarvis, I believe, was with us on the opening day of Hong Kong Book Fair. Thank you so much. I hope you're still staying tuned with us. Leave a comment of the links and where we can purchase the book. Definitely, there's hundreds of us watching this very video right now, and definitely would be interested in buying Finding Lost Mountain. Now, this time I'll do a shout out to the book of N. Chamchun, the author of Saging Not Aging. Saging Not Aging by N. Chamchun. That is available in Amazon, Barnes& and Noble, and in the website of Chamchun. You definitely can grab a copy of that. If N. Chamchun is watching us right now, leave a link in the comment section below so everyone who'd be interested in buying the book can purchase right then and there. All right? Finally, a book shout out to Baby Story Time. Baby Story Time by Daniel Easley. Daniel Easley, you deserve this shout out. You can grab a copy of that book in Amazon, Barnes& and Noble, and in the website of Daniel Easley. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you so much for participating, for having your book, get promoted here in Hong Kong Book Fair. So to those who are watching us right now, thank you so much for being here. We're going to be doing another live session this afternoon at 5 p.m. So I hope you guys can stay tuned. At this moment, I would like to say farewell and thank you so much for staying and tuning in here in day 2 of Hong Kong Book Fair at Reader's Magnet booth.